Pokemon. No, I'm not stopping with the Vanguard content. It's more like just expanding the whole card game half of my channel. And I have been a catcher of them all since the days of Gen 1. If you guys have seen anything Pokemon related, you'll know that Growlithe is my forever Pikachu, my forever favorite, will come with me on all my journeys. And I have been playing video games, working slowly on this massive project of a living deck that, let me know if you want to see a video on this, because it is certainly a thing to try and find one of every Pokemon in card form. But speaking of trading cards, that is of course what we are talking about today, with a deck that I've kind of had in my back pocket but never really done too much with. So I figured let's go ahead and upgrade it to see what we could do High Night Stretcher, and kind of do this as a little project on the side to just like how to play Pokemon or whatever. So this is my CerulEDGE deck, starting things off with 3 CerulEDGE, 3 not CerulEDGE. From what I've seen in researching things, it doesn't really matter what you do for the base form. I think this is the better one, the 20 damage, 70 HP, 1 retreat cost, but I kinda like this. I kinda like this because it does, in fact, search your deck for some fire energy to get you set up. So one point though is the big boy himself, CerulEDGE EX, a Terra type Pokemon with 270 HP. The cool thing about Terras is they can't be damaged on the bench, so I guess if you're setting one up and being like, yo dog, what up? Can't touch this. Neat. What's more important though is his first attack, is while the second one does deal an impressive 280 damage for discard some energy, unless, I don't know, I kind of want to do a build for this because I do like steel type Pokemon, but you have to have 3 kinds of energy on it, which is I guess how Terra type energy works. But more important one is the first attack, the Abyssal Flames, which may be like, oh no, 30 damage for 1 energy. Whatever, I mean, Will-O-Wisp is almost as good at 20 for 1. But the more important part is that text here, it says this attack does 20 more damage for each energy in your discard pile. So basically the key thing that you want to do with this deck is just drop a bunch of energy cards in your drop zone and make them big. So you'll see that when we go over energy and the cycling stuff, but this is our key attacker, 1 energy to deal a butt ton of damage. Oh no, Terra type Pokemon, they get more prizes. I think in the TCG, you just have a big boss, so that's right. I like CerulEDGE. One of my favorites is Scarlet and Violet. I like the entire Starknet line. They're cool. Of course, we've got some support Pokemon. This is my me net decking right now, because I never really thought about using this, but I guess everybody is in their Pokemon decks. You use Lunatones and your Soul Rocks, because this Lunatone has a cool ability. It lets you discard fighting energy and draw 2 cards. You can only do it when you got Soul Rocks, so yeah, he's chill on your bench, I guess. He is okay, 70 damage for 1 energy, as long as you have this boy chilling out, so I don't think you're ever gonna do that. I think you literally just gonna have too much space to dedicate for this, but could be wrong. I mean, having a basic thing that deals some damage is good, considering that a lot of times people will build around the fact that your boss is going to be a cool EX thing. So it's definitely what feels like the filler thing to me, but it's also the filler thing that I've seen on every deck under the sun. I think it's correct. First thing to talk about for old formats, you see right here says G regulation on it. The format is about to change in April, I believe, so we've got a couple more months to play this build, but like I said, this is the beginning of a journey, so we'll see what we can replace all of our G format stuff with. This is Squawkabilly EX, who mainly is here for his ability, but that only happens on your first turn, so I only run 1 copy. That ability, though, is pretty cool. Just drop your hand and draw 6 cards. Once again, you want to have a lot of things in your discard pile for this first attack, so the more you can discard, the better off you are, as long as you don't deck out. I don't know. If he is on the field though, Motivate's not bad, just 20 damage, and you could take 2 energy from discard, attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Once again, my first ability is just can discard a hand, so just drop some energy with it, attack if you have to, set up some of your mons. It's right, I guess, I don't know. Not gonna be too sad when he rotates out. Good bird. Yeah, FSWEX. I need 1 more of these for my other deck, which I'll probably grab right after I record this. Ability, flip the script. If one of you guys was knocked out the turn before this, you just draw 3 cards. Cool, that's the important part. I mean, it's also going to attack for 3 energy to deal 100 to anything, which can also target the bench, which is not bad if your opponent has something that they rotated out or they're trying to protect a thing that damage or whatever. That gets nice. You need 3 energy though. 3 energy, this deck feels like whatever, considering your main attack is literally just 1 energy and you can do with the rest as what way you want, so I think you could actually like feel him to attack something if you want to. But I mean, he's mainly there for that ability. He's there for both. Festivity's good. Alright, moving away from stuff that I know is good to stuff that I want to play. Let's show up a couple texts, because you guys already know. You already know how I am about my little cheese cone and Kelly Jr. Luna. And this is her. More personal note, because of that, Doxman has become probably my second favorite Pokemon, slash will be like a mascot Pokemon on this channel if I ever do something like that. But Fido has first attack that lets you just search for any Pokemon, so if you have to open with it, cool. You just turn one, what up, go get your CerulEDGE ready, whatever. More importantly, when it evolves into the best boy, the best girl, Cody's a girl. 250 HP is not too bad. Psychic gives you another element to attack with for weaknesses and stuff. And outside of the fact that 130 for 2 to confuse something's not too bad. The ability, time to chow down. When you play this to evolve from the puppy dog, you can heal all damage from all of your evolution Pokemon. If they heal this way, you have to discard their energy or whatever. Once again, you don't care about discarding energy. You only need one energy ever. So just have another fight ready when you evolve it. Insane the fact that you're just gonna say, okay, if I ever feel threatened at any point in time, yo, full heal all my Pokemon. Now you just dispatch your energy to increase it even further. Really, really, really good girl. Let me know down below if you guys have any suggestions for a pure Doxman deck, because I will definitely do that. But yeah, definitely one of my techs in here of all time. One of the best Pokemon of all time. Another cool Pokemon came out of Paldea is this one, which I will sadly, I think, have to rotate out Yuji, right? No, you're 8. What do you keep do? Our last two Pokemon are one Reverbroom and one Varoom. Once again, one of my favorite mons from Paldea. Paldea has some really cool mons, like this CerulEDGE line. Paldea has some cool mons. The Varoom I choose is this one because it just has a basic attack to poison something. Status in case you need it, whatever. When it evolves, it has attack you never use because you won't have any steel energy in this deck yet. Once again, I kind of want to build for this and just have one chilling for that. But use it for the ability. You can discard energy from your hand in order to activate this. Once per turn, draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. So once again, just another thing, kind of like the squad ability, where you just want to draw a bunch of cards and discard energy from your hand. It just sets you up in a really good way. And I guess I was like originally using Greninja EX in here, the one of those kind of same thing, but that's definitely rotated out. And this is a revenue. You get extra points for being one of the cool Pokemon from Paldea. That's Pokemon all out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at what makes every deck shine, and that is the trainers and supporters that you can use. Real quick, Pokemon TCG 101, you can use as many trainers as you want during the turn, but you can only use one supporter, so there you go, that's your lesson for the day. Search engine, 4 Ultra Balls. When you're not going to use 4 Ultra Balls, it just discard 2, search for any mon. Once again, you want cards in discard, so coolio. Something getting rotated out is going to be the Nest Ball, which just search for any basic. Once again, more setup. This is like the classic search engine for Pokemon, I guess. So this will become whatever in the format in the future. Tech one of that I am doing, which I think helps out a lot, is a Terra Orb, which just search your deck for a Terra Pokemon. Our main guy is in fact a Terra Pokemon. Now we got probably the biggest hit that's the deck's gonna take, unfortunately, is Earthen Vessel. I am straight up running a full playset right now because I was at the beginning before I started collecting stuff, and I think it's just that good. So this will of course be swapped out in the future, but for now you just kind of discard a card from your hand and search for 2 basic energy. Guess what you like in this deck? A lot of basic energy. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. I'm gonna interrupt the trainer segment to show off some basic energy. We got some prayers, or I mean attack of course. Ignore those. And a bunch of fighting because once again this will work engine. I don't know. I feel like you don't need too many, but I don't know. I mean, you need them. You need them to discard for the Lunatone, and I guess you can talk to one of the Soul Rocks, so whatever. A lot of energies. I also have a couple of special that we'll talk about after we're done with everything, but Night Stretcher, best card in the deck. I have one here right now. I put this to the deck box right before I started recording, so I might move the 2, I don't know. Putting a Pokemon or basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. Cool, you're discarding a lot in this deck? That's really all I need to say about it. You just get a piece back. Kind of on the same note as that, Pal Pad lets you shuffle up to 2 supporters from your discard pile into your deck. Once again, for discard engine, if you drop some from one of your hand cycling skills, get back with Pal Pad. Unfortunately, leaves you formation. This is enough. This is gonna be chilling out for a while. I feel like some of these are getting reprinted. I need to look up modern sets to see what's getting reprinted and like the new stuff, but I feel like I've seen people talking about it still running Super Rod, so let's say that's still in there. Shuffle up to 3 in Pokemon or energy from your discard pile into your deck. That's like this, but better. Cool. Feeling good for now? Night Stretcher just gonna chill out forever though, so Night Stretcher is more important. Moving on to our supporters, probably the remainder of the deck outside of the 2 basic energies, so let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So I said I would. Jet Energy is a basic thing. It's attached to your bench Pokemon, you switch it out. This is a swap. It's a swap. Run 2 of them. And then my, not Regalis piece, what are they calling this deck? Special Energy A-Spec, that's one thing, A-Spec. So A-Specs in this game are kind of like the Regalis pieces you guys are familiar with in Card Fight Vanguard in terms of you can only use one of any of these in your deck. The one I'm choosing here is gonna be attached to any Pokemon, provides any type of energy, only provides one at a time. If the Pokemon it is attached to is knocked out, that player takes one less prize card. So you just attach to whatever you need, it provides whatever energy you need to provide. That's not going to be as important in here, but of course the -1 prize is pretty sweet when your main guy does give them multiple prizes. Not bad, may switch it out, because my energy feels like it doesn't matter, but it's nice for this to be energy based in a deck where you want to discard a lot of energy. Alright, let's finish things off with our supporters, professors, research, staple from day one. I'm not sure if it's sticking around, honestly. I haven't seen any announcements for reprint of research, which kind of sucks, because this has been with the game for God knows how long. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Classic, classic, classic. We just thought of because of course we do. Carmine, talking about good characters in that game of the glitchiness, not really. I run 2 copies in here. If you go first, you can use this first turn, which is good because one of the things in this game is going first, you cannot use a supporter, so it's kind of cheats. Just discard your hand, draw 5. It's another copy of research, but it lets you draw 2 less cards. And you can use it turn 1, I guess, so that makes it even better. Much more the fact that it sticks around for the next format. Unfortunately, this one does not yet because it's really cool disruption card. I feel like everyone should just run it. We have Iano, the second best electric gym leader. I mean, no one's ever topping Elsa. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it at the bottom of the deck. If either player puts cards at the bottom of the deck this way, they draw cards equal to the number of remaining prize cards that they have. Really good disruption. I mean, if your opponent has a hand and you see them setting up, or if they just have a lot of resources, and they do pay attention because it does say you shuffle your hand before. I messed up on this at one point. So you shuffle what's in your hand. Then that goes to the bottom of the deck and you redraw. You don't shuffle your deck, you shuffle your hand. Quick little. Hand disruption. And of course, depending on your state of the game, you can either draw a bunch of cards, you can draw a few cards, and vice versa for the opponent. So like really, really good. Really hope you get something like this in the future because this is like one of the best supporters in the game. I run Terrace. This is a Terra support thing. Cool. You can use it if your opponent has exactly 2 prizes remaining, which is kind of weird, but whatever. It's got a good ability. It says if your opponent is knocked out by Terra Pokemon, you get 1 more prize. That guarantees the win. Generically, most Pokemon will give you 1 prize when defeated, so this says that 1 turns into 2 per game. But, I mean, like I said, a lot of times you'll have bosses which, look at this, your opponent takes 2 prizes when they defeat it. I guess they can't heal out. Yeah, this is just to guarantee your finisher, so 1 of is enough. As long as you have in your hand, you're good. And the last supporter, because last card in that I have in my hand is not a supporter. 2 bosses orders. Main moves up, main moves down. This is your gust of when you take one of the things on the bench, prove it back up. So it's like guarantees whatever you want to snipe, I guess. I don't know. I want to get the new ones for Corbo. Corbo is kind of cool. But of course, we gotta represent the time space game. Then the final card in the deck that I have not revealed yet. It's another thing that I saw to go along with this full rock engine, because I literally never thought of it otherwise. We got Fighting Gong. We got 2 Fighting Gongs. I picked up a couple more in case I need them, but I think 2 is enough considering you're only really running 4 targets plus all the energy. And that's because this thing is going to let you search your deck for a basic fighting energy or a basic fighting Pokemon, put them into your hand and shuffle deck. Just grab these for whatever you need discard energy for, or of course the whole Soul Rock Lunatone engine. Where's Lunatone? There you go. But this is not a Soul Rock Lunatone deck. It is of course for my fiery boy, the Amarok, the CerulEDGE. We vibe with both, honestly. Like, I don't have a favorite between these 2. It just, this entire line is awesome. What do you guys think? Once again, this is of course a pre-rotation deck because we are going to be swapping out in just a couple months. But for now, this is what I'm vibing with. I'm going to test out, see what I could evolve, and make sure you leave some comments down below if you have any for this game, because once again, I have mainly been playing Vanguard for the last decade and a half, and I'm having too much experience in modern Pokemon, so any help I get would be amazing. And while I'm doing this little thumbs up, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to leave one down below on the little like thing while you're subscribing if you're new here and you enjoy this kind of content, because this could definitely be the very beginning of a new phase of the channel. Once again, not replacing Vanguard, just I've always said card games. I have not exclusively said this is a Vanguard channel. If you guys want to see some more Pokemon content out, I'm more than happy to oblige. But until next time, thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoy this kind of video and want to help me buy some upgrades for this deck, make sure to check out my page on TCG Player, or check out my brand new Patreon. Shout out to my first Patreoner. How do you say that? Not doxing him yet because he didn't go to the $5 tier, where you can get your name put on the end of these videos, like right around here. So there's that. But my own little dachshund is starting to bark at some stuff, so I should probably stop recording and play with her. Always embrace the infinite.